Can the three worst teams in the NHL combined win a Stanley Cup in NHL 25? That is exactly what we're going to be doing here with the Alberta Moose, as I've gone ahead, made a roster, all consisted of the three worst teams in the NHL, which of course are the Predators, the Blackhawks, and the Montreal Canadiens, the bottom three teams in the league. And honestly, this roster doesn't even look that bad. I mean, we got a first line of Forsberg, Stammer, and Caulfield. Nick Suzuki will play alongside Connor Bedard and Teuvo Teravainen. Actually, you can go to the wing, considering you're like the worst face-off man in the entire NHL right now. We got Marchessault, Riley, and Slavkovsky as our third line, and even our fourth line is a very, very good. Defensively, Yossi and Jones is our top line pair. We got Matheson alongside Shea, and then Gooley and Lane Hudson. And in goal, we get an 89 overall UC Saros with a backup in Samuel Montembeault. So this roster, I believe, is like a 94 overall in this game. We should be very good, and we should be able to go on and win a Stanley Cup. But you never truly know with the sim engine. So before we go ahead, let me know in the comments right now. Do not cheat. Are we going to win a Stanley Cup? Yes or no? I would like to see what you guys think in the comments before we even go ahead and simulate. And also, while you're at it, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to make sure that you do get notified every single time that I upload and go live. The Alberta Moose at the end of the season will have a great year. 54 wins, 25 losses. 3 in overtime for 111 points. First in our division, and for the entire NHL, the Edmonton Oilers were the best. Them and the Bruins both had 3 more points than us. Tampa Bay was tied, so we were top 4 in the league, which is very good to start off. Colorado had a good season. At the bottom, I did throw in some European hockey teams to make sure that Chicago, Montreal, and Nashville are not in this sim, so there will be no duplicates. Steven Stamkos will lead our team. He had 91 points on the season. Connor Bedard, 43 goals, 85 points on the second line as a winger. Maybe Chicago, move him over to the wing. Nick Suzuki had a hell of a season as well. Forsberg had 30 goals, Caulfield 62, Yossi 56, and for UC Saros, he had a 913, 5 shutouts, and 37 victories. That is a starting goalie if I've ever seen one. Although in real life, he desperately is struggling, along with the entire team. All 3 of these teams are not doing that well, and Nashville probably had the most expectations out of everybody, as Kucherov wins the Art Ross. He had 133 points. Point had 124. McDavid was up there. Matthews, McKinnon, and Pasternak. Even a guy like Mitch Marner had a career-high 107 points. If we take a look at the goals, Matthews will put up 71. Nathan McKinnon had 64, McDavid 58, Kucherov 57, and Draisaitl 55. For the goaltenders, Skinner had the most wins at 48, and the most shutouts will go to a very young Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Actually, never mind. This man's 26 years old. I swear, I thought he was a rookie like a year or two ago. I guess he played 22, 23 was his first season. Although goaltenders do take a little bit longer to develop compared to skaters, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is literally, hopefully, close to his prime for Buffalo Sabres fans. As in the first round of the postseason, we are going up against the Winnipeg Jets, who are the best team in the league currently in real life. So let's see if 3 bottom feeder teams combined can beat the best team and go on and win the Stanley Cup. So far, so good. We are up 2-1 over the Winnipeg Jets heading into Game 4, but they tie the series up. We take the lead. Can we close the series out? And we do. In 6 games, we will beat Winnipeg in the first round, and they'll move on to face the Colorado Avalanche. Well, things are not going too well. We're down 0-3 in the series, heading into game number 4 in Pepsi Center in Colorado. The Alberta Moose need to wake the hell up. We got a 2-1 lead heading into the third. And we need to start winning some games, man, because I only have up to 5 seasons to see if this team will win a Stanley Cup. If we don't get it, Miles Wood will tie the game up for Colorado. UC Saros, what happened to shutting the door, buddy? You're not even awakened, laddie. 4 minutes left to go in this third period. A very tight affair between Alberta and Colorado. And with 31 seconds remaining, Cale Makar will score the game winner. And the Colorado Avalanche literally just swept us in round number 2. So it's not going to be as easy as I thought it would be. I'll be realistic with you guys. Heading into this sim, I thought we would dominate. I did start out with the bottom 5 teams and combining all of them, but I saw 3 of them and I was like, well, hold up a minute. This team is good enough to win a Stanley Cup alone. Unfortunately, we did not even make a conference finals. Forsberg had 2 goals, 10 points. He was our only point per game player. Stammer had 5 goals. Yossi was okay, I guess. Bedard absolutely shat the bed. The New Jersey Devils would go on and beat Colorado in 6 games. So, I mean, if we beat the Avs, more than likely we're playing for a Stanley Cup against the Devils. Nikita Kucherov will win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Poppy, the Maurice Richard. Makar will win the Norris. We got Jack Hughes, the Conn Smythe. Joey DeCord will win the Vezina, and Barkov the Selke. Now, as I was saying, we do have 5 full seasons. Well, technically 4 now, considering we blew it in year number 1 to win this team a Stanley Cup. If we don't get it within 5 seasons, we obviously fail the challenge, and this team does not go on and reach the glory land, even combining the bottom feeder teams in the National Hockey League. It's honestly an absolute disgrace that the Predators are down here, dude. The expectations they had were to win a Stanley Cup, and they're literally dead last in the league. I think their record's like 6-11 and something. They're absolutely horrible. The Blackhawks, the Montreal Canadiens, the San Jose Sharks are better than them. Literally all rebuilding teams. How does that happen? Alberta is going to have an even better season, winning 55 games, losing 22 and 5 in overtime for 115 points. And we would end up finishing as the best team in the NHL above Winnipeg, Pittsburgh. Wow, the Pens had a really good season. Dallas was up here as well as the Rangers. And at the bottom, of course, we have the 2 European hockey teams. Where is the third one at? They should not be very good whatsoever. Are they actually a good team? Did they make the postseason? No way. Actually, what am I saying? I only added 2 European teams, and I took out Chicago and added in Alberta as the third. I think I may be losing my mind. Connor Bedard will put up 50 goals and 89 points. Stammer had 40 and 88. Nick Suzuki chipped in with 83 points. Point per game season. For, I believe, the first time in his career. He had 77 last year. Yeah, Nick Suzuki's better than he's ever been. Philip Forsberg was decent with 27 goals. Yossi was doing his thing on the back end, and Cole Caulfield has been very disappointing so far. But luckily, Yossi Saros, honestly, it was not even that good. A .906 save percentage, only 2 shutouts. 45 wins is massive, but that is more so a team statistic rather than a goaltender one. Nikita Kucherov will have the most points in the league at 117. Draisaitl had 108. Braden Point was up there. McKinnon had a good season. Connor McDavid doing his thing. And on the goal side, Matthews will lead with 62. Draisaitl had 56. Kucherov 51. Past and Bedard both had 50 for the goaltender. Saros, I mean, he almost beat Hellebuck. He had the most wins with 46. The most shutouts will go to Tristan Jarry, tied alongside Sergei Bobrovsky and Aiden Hill, as they all had 7 apiece. And now in round number 1 of the playoffs, it's our turn to get our revenge. Obviously, the Avs booted us from the playoffs in round number 2 last season, so it's time to get our get back and then send them packing, laddie. We are leading 3-1 in this series. 3-2 now as the Avs are trying to mount a comeback, and they will not be able to do so. We beat them in 6 games, get a revenge, move on to Dallas now here in round number 2. Hopefully we have a good series yet again. Obviously the second round was a difficult time last season, but this team should be good enough within 5 tries to win Lord Stanley. From my experience playing this game, there we go. We beat the Dallas Stars in 5 games, even better than we did the Avs, and now we get a tough challenge in the conference finals, the Edmonton Oilers. A very good simulating team in this game. We win game 1, lose game 2 and 3. Moving on to game 4 is a must-win, and we also lose that one. 3-1 series lead. Things are not looking too bright here in Alberta. We get the 2 Alberta teams going after it. Battle of Alberta has a new meaning. We're down 2-1 in the 3-1 in the third period. McDavid will get a power play goal. Our season is currently on the line. Another power play. Holy shit, boys. There we go. Connor Bedard gets us back to within 1. We're just giving up way too many penalties right now. We got to wake the hell up. 7 minutes to go in this third period. And Uri Slavkovsky will tie the game up. And Kirby Dack takes the lead late in the third for a potential game winner, as the Moose have forced a Game 6. Come on, Game 6 in Edmonton. We're still in the same province that we would play in, a 1-1 tie heading into the third. Please, Moose. Force a Game 7. There we go. Roman Josi on Stuart Foreskin Skinner, who's not been playing well in the NHL right now. 14 minutes to go. I need UC Saros to lock it down and shut the door. 7 minutes to go. Brady Shea will take the lead, give us an insurance marker, as the Alberta Moose have forced a Game 7 back on home ice. Now, I am a little bit nervous. Palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti. You guys know the deal, but we have a 4-3 lead in the third period. 5-3 as Steven Stamkos will give us an insurance marker. Philip Forsberg, 6-3 for the Alberta Moose. as we are heading to round number 3. Darnell Nurse, you thought you were him scoring? Does not matter, brother. I'm going to blame it on the lack of sleep I just had because we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, not the conference finals, up against the Tampa Bay Lightning in a best of 7. A very good team in this game, so we got to be on our P's and Q's. And hopefully we can get the job done. Here we go. Game number 1, Stanley Cup Finals. We don't have a lot of experience, but right now we do take it on home ice thanks to Caulfield, Patrick Laine, and Patrick Fortnite Laine again. A 3-1 victory in game 1. We also have home ice advantage, which is absolutely massive in the Stanley Cup Finals. A 2-0 lead heading into the third here, game 2. We are getting outshot 32-24, but all that matters, no, Nick Paul will score, but Teuvo Teravainen gives us the 2-goal advantage again, and Cam Atkinson comes back. Philip Forsberg, what a gong show of a third period. 8 minutes left in the third. Can the Moose hold on and go up 2-0, protecting home ice? We will do so. This might be a must-win game for the Lightning in Tampa Bay. They're down 2-1 in the third period. They can't fall down 3-0 to the Moose as Forsberg will give us the 2-goal advantage. Still a lot of time left in this third period. I'm not too worried right now, but if Tampa Bay scores a goal, I might be quaking in my boots. There it is, Jake Gensel right away on UC Saros. 5 minutes left. Saros, shut the door, brother. Come on, you got to shut the door. Thank you, Taylor Hall. And the Moose now are 1 game away from capturing the championship. Come on, boys. All we need is 1 victory here in game 4. We do have a 2-1 lead heading into the third. So all we got to do now is UC Saros, pucker up, buddy. Ready for a kiss. There we go. Patrick Fortnite Laine gives us a 3-1 lead. We're out shooting them 31-29 as well. 4-1 advantage. Steven freaking Stamkos, 7 minutes to go, 4-2. Hold up 1 minute. JJ Moser said this game is not over yet. Also, before we hop into the game here, I would like to show off our home and our away jerseys for the Alberta Moose. Of course, a team a part of the PHL. Here we are, 1 minute and 22 left to go. We got a 2-goal advantage over. Hold up a minute. Why am I playing? I meant to throw coach mode on. I will go full pressure here. Oh no, a shot on net, and Saros is going to have to cover that puck up. Stanley Cup, of course, in the building. We're up 3-0 right now over the Tampa Bay Lightning, something I really did not expect, and the Moose right now are on the verge of NHL history. Oh no, back to Chernak, blasting it from the point, but luckily it got blocked. Shout out to Ricky. He's the one who he is the one who always hits shin pads when he's blasting pucks from the blue line, so I had to give that man a shout out. Stammer moves up to Forsberg. There is an empty net on Tampa Bay. It's, oh my God, Victor Hedman. Are you okay, brother? Taking a shot from Forsberg is no joke. Cam Atkinson, 3-on-2 basically. Kind of a 3-on-3, but he's going to take it himself. 25 seconds remaining in the third period. Forsberg over to Cole Caulfield, who misses the empty net. Come on, dude. There's not even a goaltender there. You got to hit the net. 15 seconds. Still a 2-goal lead. I'm feeling pretty good. Atkinson shooting. And Saros will make the save. 11 seconds remaining in this third period. Chernak, a great slap shot from the point, but this might do it. The Alberta Moose in year number 1 are going to be able to go all the way, or actually year 2, my bad, in year number 2 and win the Stanley Cup. As of course last season we were upset by the Avs, but luckily we came back stronger than ever and we sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup Finals. Something, I mean, I obviously did not expect. Tampa Bay has a good team in this game, and they usually tend to simulate pretty well, but they are not better than Nashville, Montreal, and Chicago, all combined, as we will go on and capture Lord Stanley, only taking us 2 seasons, as Steven Stamkos is our Conn Smythe winner. He had 7 goals, 23 points, 30 hits, and was a -3, or I believe a +3, my bad. And he will win that Conn Smythe trophy for the first time in his career. He's never done that before. And the fans in Tampa Bay have to see the Stanley Cup be raised yet again. 2022, it was of course the Colorado Avalanche. And now here in 24, we got the Alberta Moose. And Roman Josi, the captain of this team, will finally be able to raise the Stanley Cup for the very first time ever. In the postseason, of course, Stammer was our best player at 23 points. Suzuki also at 23. Connor Bedard, 16 goals. How did this man not win the Conn Smythe Trophy? And Forsberg had 13 himself. Nikita Kucherov will win the Lindsay, the Art Ross, and Hart Trophy yet again. Matthews, the Maurice Richard. Fox will win the Norris. We got Stammer, the Conn Smythe. Jari somehow wins the Vezina Trophy. And of course, Barkov will take home the Selke. You guys know I love to see if teams can win 2, 3, maybe even 4 Stanley Cups in a row. I like seeing teams become dynasties and go on a little bit of a run. So we're going to do the same here with the Alberta Moose. They already got 1 Stanley Cup. Let's see if they can go back to back. Or now with the added pressure, will they crumble like the Toronto Maple Leafs? The reigning and defending champs yet again had a good regular season. 53 wins, 24 losses, 5 in overtime for 111 points. Dallas was the best team, winning 56 games, and the worst team was Ezabaren Berlin. Nick Suzuki would put up the most points on our team with 81. Connor Bedard had 43 goals. Stammer had 74 points. Yossi another 70-point season. And Philip Forsberg, I mean, not the greatest year. Only 18 goals isn't that much for him, as Saros goes 42, 19, and 5. 4 shutouts and a 9-16. As McDavid will have the most points in the league at 112, and the most goals will go to David Pasternak, who had 63. McKinnon had 61. McDavid was up there. Matthews had 56. And then it was a pretty far drop-off, although Ovi and Sid both put up 47 and 44 goals apiece. Shout out to the senior citizens, as Jake Ottinger will have the most wins at 48. Saros was up there with 42. Demko at 41, and the most shutouts will go to Thatcher Demko, tied alongside Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, both having 8 on the season. And now in round number 1, we yet again play the Colorado Avalanche. We are 1-1 with them during this video, so let's get the tiebreaker here. Well, this is pretty much just a repeat of what happened in the conference finals, as we are down 0-3 to the Colorado Avalanche in round number 1, as they're pretty much dummying us. We're down 2-1 heading into the third, so let's see what we can do. I mean, shots are 20-17, pretty even. The score is even, pretty even, but I mean, the series so far has been lopsided for the Avs. 3-1 lead. Casey Middlestat will give Colorado an extended insurance break or tax break. What am I even saying, dude? Well, we got back to within 1, so I decided to hop into the game with 1:10 remaining. Full pressure, full forecheck, full everything. Go out there and just bust your load, Alberta, because we are desperately going to need it. Shea, back at the point, shooting. Getting in, Stammer, just a cluster in front of the net there. 46 seconds. We're going to have to pull our goalie pretty shortly here, as you see Saros with those bright yellow pads are definitely not blending in. Nice save. Can we get it out? As soon as we get it out, I'm pulling the goalie. I don't care. Brady Shea moves it up to Cole Caulfield. The cock. There we go. All right. Pull the goaltender. Let's go. Empty net for Alberta. 29 seconds remaining. We got to go all out. We're down 3-0 in the series. We can't get swept. Oh, no. Middlestat chugging along. Middlestat misses the empty net, as the computers usually do. 18 seconds. All we need is 1. If we were down by 2, I would have no faith. But right now, I believe Philip Forsberg coming in, trying to center it. And of course, was that Josh Manson or Samuel Girard? I don't even know. Hall back to the point to Yossi, to Caulfield, shooting. Gets blocked though. 3 seconds left. One last shot. And the Colorado Avalanche will end up sweeping us in round number 1 to end our dynasty before it even begun. As the Moose, we got the job done. But of course, we're not better than just a one-hit wonder like the St. Louis Blues back in 2019. The Edmonton Oilers would eventually go on and sweep the frauds in Toronto in the Stanley Cup final. So shout out to McDavid getting his first cup. Nathan McKinnon will win the Ted Lindsay, pass to the Maurice Richard, the Art Ross and Hart Trophy to McDavid. McCarthy, Norris, the Conn Smythe also to Connor McDavid. Saros, surprisingly, will actually win the Vezina Trophy, and of course Barkov will take home the Selke. Well, that will do it for this video. The worst 3 teams in the league in Chicago, Nashville, and Montreal did come together and win a Stanley Cup at least 1 season out of the 3 we did simulate. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave some support on it. I would like to say thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. Until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.